Hi everybody! A lot of you have asked for a video about how we take care of our little mermaids, and so I thought I'd make a video to show some of the things that we do that are a little bit different than your typical newborn. Now, I did get a lot of ideas from Hey There Spooky Face, who has a full mermaid named Serena. Our girls are hybrids. And then we are really lucky, it's very unusual, that we actually got a message in a bottle with them. Here's the bottle from their mother, letting us know that they were mermaids and some ideas of how to take care of them. It's not always this easy. If you find a baby on the beach, for example, probably most likely that you've got a baby that's got a significant amount of human blood in them, and so with a baby with a lot of more human blood, there might be some more differences. Ours, they have a mermaid mother and a mortal father, so they're about half mermaid and half not. So I'm going to start with feeding because that's the most common question that I get. First of all, we're starting out with just regular formula. I've made 4 ounces of formula. And we just add a few things to it. So we add some fish oil tablets. They look like this, and I add 1 fish oil tablet for every 2 ounces of formula, and you just cut it up like that, and just squeeze it in like so. And there's the next one. There we go. Again, squeeze it. There we go. And then I take a little bit of fish food, and my hands are kind of oily. And I put in, I'd say, a generous pinch for every 2 ounces. So, like that. So there we go. Let me just put the lid on and mix it up. There we go, and you can kind of see when you look at it, it doesn't look quite like regular formula, so we can tell the difference. We did try regular formula at first, but it made them really, really colicky. And then we also supplement occasionally with water. Seawater or salt water is best. But you can see we put a plant in there for some extra nutrition and some shells in there for the calcium. They don't drink this often, but occasionally it's a really good thing to soothe them. We actually keep a bottle like this a lot of times when we're traveling, because sometimes when they're uncomfortable, we'll just squirt the water on them, and that makes them just more comfortable. They don't eat it as much as Serena, which is Hey There Spooky Faces, her full mermaid does, but we do have it. So let me take you, let's go and give this to Lydia. She's still kind of sleepy, poor little thing, but we'll just wake her up, and let's see, take that off. There you go. Hey, honey. Oh, she's my sleepy girl. She is. She's very sleepy. Come on. Oh. 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 she's in her tail form. That makes her quite heavy and a little bit unwieldy. There we go. There we go, honey. There. She usually needs to be burped a little more often. Oh, I know. I know. Than most babies do, I find. There we go. There we go. So, a few more things about soothing the girls. They can change back and forth from their tail form to their leg form. You can see that she's in her tail form right now. But her sister over there, who already has her bottle, oh, I know, you don't like that hat on, do you? I know. She's like, get this hat off me, Mom. Get it off. All right, there we go. She's in her leg form right now, so they're not necessarily the same. But we do find when they get fussy for some reason that one of the best things to do is to help them make the switch from their leg form to the tail form, or their tail form to their leg form. So if they've got legs and they're fussy, then we draw them a bath and have them splash around, and that usually gets them to transform. One of the things that we do also is, you'll notice their cribs are quite short, and their tails actually hang. They hang off, and what we'll do is we'll put a bowl of water and have their tails soak in the water at night, and that seems to soothe them quite a bit if we do that. So that's another thing that we do. And then we always dress them in things that if they change forms, that it's not going to get it ruined. And if they're in their tail form like this and they're just fussy, and we've tried everything. We've tried rocking them and feeding them and changing them and everything else, then we find that just drying them, give them a nice good drying off, can help them change into their leg form. Another question I get a lot is about their necklaces. They came with these necklaces, and one of the things I'm going to be doing, I'm actually in the process of cleaning up the video right now and getting it ready to show you how we found them. We happen to have our cell phones with us for a walk on the beach, so we recorded everything, but there's a lot of other things on it that I need to get rid of. So people say, oh my gosh, a baby with a necklace on, what are you doing? Well, they came with them, and they've never touched them or worried about them, or so I'm not really worried about them, and you know what they I think if their mom put them on them, then I think they're okay. In a lot of ways, they're a little bit more precocious than typical babies of their age and size, and I think that that's probably because of having to learn to swim at a very young age. They must have to swim right away when they're born, so they're just a little bit more developed. You can see their hair is a little bit longer, and they just have better coordination all around, is one of the things that I notice. Oh, all right. You need a burp. Come on. Oh. Yes. I'll give you a nice burp. Yeah. That's a good girl. Oh, I know. Oh. Oh, okay, honey. That's not unusual for Lydia. She's the mellow one in terms of like never waking up to feed. So I'm going to turn you off, guys. I need to give her a good burp and a good change and try to wake up a little bit because she hasn't really had that much of her bottle. She hasn't drunk that much of it. So I really wanted to get a good feed in before she goes to bed tonight. So I hope you have enjoyed learning about how to take care of your mermaid. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments.